Hey, welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib. Today we're going to talk about Pillage and the Raid Strategy Guide. So, hope everybody's doing well out there and had a happy new year. And let's say hello to everybody. Magic Mike
Hi, everyone.
and Derpy.
So, funny story. I
Mhm.
contacted Kixeye support and I said, I think you're short some gold in my account. I want you to add 11,780 by the end of the day tomorrow. They didn't listen to me. I have no idea why.
I see. You just decided that you needed gold?
Yes.
That's real funny.
Okay, alrighty. Was this like a
I
ransom?
get it. I get it.
Okay.
It was something like that.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's get going with the slides.
Oh, okay. First one.
Yeah, the first one.
There you go.
Alrighty. We've had the return of the prize pool 6 and 7, which is always disconcerting to certain people in the FM. But this is a placeholder that's been around for, I think, at least 2 years, maybe longer. So it pops up every once in a while. And then we have a fixed issue with HTML where relocate was occasionally not working properly without being refreshed. I know Ben was getting that issue quite a bit at one point, and it didn't seem to be linked to anything he did because on the same computer, his wife was able to relocate, and so I don't know what appear to be account specific. Fixed an issue where the alliance bonus bars were not rendering correctly. Anybody have any idea on that one?
I've heard of it happening.
Okay.
Not an alliance anymore.
Okay. And fixed an issue where Conqueror Yard bonus appears to apply to tiers 9.5 instead of tier 10. Okay, that's been fixed.
Here, I thought it was supposed to apply to our current holes, but
So,
I thought this bonus was supposed to apply to our current ships, the tier 9s.
yeah, but since I haven't even done it yet, so it's part of the tier 10 upgrade package, like it's the preview part. So you think these people wouldn't spend it's the combined like 25 days of raw time to have it only last for less time than that. Well, whenever tier 10 stuff kind of starts to drop, I assume fairly soon. So but you're thinking of like the labs, which I'm still curious is what's going to happen to
it from what thread was this posted under? One of the update note ones?
Yeah, under update notes.
Okay, I'll check through a few of them.
What's your question regarding?
I'm trying to read when Kixeye gave us the new buildings. Got it right.
Okay.
And let me share what it says so you can see that.
Okay.
Which makes me confused. Why it says the Conquest Yard will give bonus building damage for tier 9 to 10 conquerors.
Mm-hmm.
So it should apply to tier 9 and tier 10. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, when they originally released it, part of the bug fix, it only went up to tier 9.5.
Okay.
So,
well,
that's
there we go.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, if there's nothing else on bug fixes, let's move on to the calendar. All right, we're in Pillage right now. We have the strategy guide, which we'll talk about later. I'm hoping I did make a request for the new PvE calendar, which was been delayed for a couple weeks. It's not out today, but I have reminded them that it's not out yet. Next week we have the designer diary. Death Before Dishonor, the raid, and the January contest. And we still don't know what stat compression is going to be, but we'll find out next week.
Taking a 0 off.
Or 3 or 6, or, who knows. And FM, VXP weekend, yada, 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 yada. But I really hope we get a Pve Calendar update prior to the week of January 25th, because it'd be good to know when the Ronin TLC is going to drop, because that's still TBC. If you want to click one more time. Okay. Yeah, as you see, or it's TBC and TBD. So, and we should be expecting the February 2021 to come out at that point in time. So, and just another reminder, it's too late now to do the high ground, but good idea to get as many Everest tokens as you can hold. Even though we have a ton of them because of the things we've been gifted and whatnot, and between the 12-hour ones and the full day ones, you got a ton, and it could be limited to 5 or 10 or whatnot during the raid. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. You would.
I'm guessing a month roughly.
Yeah. Could be. How long is? Do you remember what the exact date of the last one was?
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they give us a little bit of notice so you're not stuck in some silly upgrade that you're doing just to do it, and then realize, oh, okay, tomorrow we have the new OPs coming out, and you're forced to wait for 14 days and 12 hours before you can even start that. So it'd be great if we got some notice on that. Okay, well, I guess we can move on. All right, this is part of the raid strategy guide for Death Before Dishonor. As you'll see, sometimes the term medium, some can be mediums, and some can be large or long. So it's, I really wish they would somehow.
Medium can outrange you. Medium cannot outrange you.
Yes. So it's a little bit of both. So, yeah. So this is the Cyber Prototype Hunter. It's much faster than you. Has a torpedo, medium damage, concussive type damage. Range is medium, and range is medium, meaning that you cannot outrange it.
Right. That's
correct. It shoots you before you get there.
Yeah.
And yeah. This one, I mean, it makes sense what their information they gave you, at least to me. I'm unsure if the cormorants will work against this. I assume they can. They just won't be very effective.
They were quite effective in the VXP thing, but we'll have to see how that works out. In the VXP, the cormorants with ranked and U1 ships were quite effective. So we'll see how they work out in the actual target. The cyber, this is fast and deadly, and it leaves an ice field on death. So let's move on to the just normal prototype hunter. All right. Same stats, except for does not leave an ice field and has weaker torpedoes, even though they both do medium damage. So
that's great.
All right. No more comments on that one. I don't think we saw any of the cyber ones. I think they were all.
We saw the cyber ones because I have a screenshot of one I'm looking at. We saw one that was orange.
Okay. All right. That looks sort of like the Templar coloring.
I'm not probably.
Okay, alrighty. Okay, well, let's move on to the next one. All right, the Nighthawk, which has a slow, you can outrun it and maneuver around it. It has a smart torpedo, which you can drive around and avoid. Very high damage, does concussive damage. The range is extremely long, not counterable, and it does splash damage as well. We're familiar with this mechanic. It's been used many, many times. Previously, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, we had some sort of aura that would kill it.
You know what I don't like here? In the note, it says the smart torpedo, which can be easily evaded by a clever captain. You can't use evade against it. You can dodge it. You can't. It's the word evade. I don't like there.
Or I was thinking that you were going to have a problem if you don't evade it or dodge it. You're not clever, right? You're not a clever captain. So
yeah, how dare you?
I am a clever captain.
I just chose to run into the torpedo. Okay.
Yes. And then we have the Gatling Guns, concussive Gatling Guns, which has a damage of medium and a range of medium.
The range is actually short. It's like 60.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. That the medium, this medium can be sniped and kited out, and not be shot at. It's when it's surfaced and you're wandering too close. So it sort of even implies it in the notes that it's shorter range, and it does have splash. So let's move on to the next one. All right, this one was interesting, and I don't think we picked up inside of the VXP weekend, or I know I definitely didn't. It has long-range rockets that do high damage, explosive, with splash, not counterable. And then it has short-range rockets, which does low damage.
You know what? Something doesn't add up there.
It's well, and then you read the notes. The Proto-Nemesis rains down rockets on its enemies, equips splash damage specials. Okay, no, it's another hint that they give at the end that basically says to ride on top of these things. Or something.
Well, if you insist.
What?
Yeah. Well, to basically just sit on them.
Sit on top of them?
That's the way. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. But
so there's a long range and it's a ring like 60 to 100 that does high damage, but 0 to 60 does low damage. Is that what it's saying?
Into the closer you get, the less damage you're going to take.
Well, we assume the long range has a blind spot, like Derpy was describing. Okay. So once you get, like Derpy's saying, 60 to 100 or whatever numbers, these are all made up. But once you get inside that range, it might be like 20 to 70 or 20 to 90. We don't know. So but once you get inside that ring, there's a short range rocket that does less damage. We're used to the opposite.
Okay. Till you kill it. And then leaves an oil spill.
Can the rockets be countered by sprints?
Potentially,
but sprints do not fire underwater and are surface.
That's a problem.
It's a good question, but no.
Yeah. So this is an interesting one that, unless people read the strategy guide, probably are going to mess up the whole time.
This one could be funky.
Yeah, I just think that most people are going to be like, okay. I mean, there also could be the issue of projectile speed. Maybe you can it's fully built and whatnot.
You can outrun them at a range of 90, but can't as you get closer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Play around with it.
Yeah.
Does it say?
No, it doesn't give.
Okay, I just wonder how fast it was. Whether you could.
It is fairly slow.
Okay.
They called it medium, but
yeah,
I described it as slow to medium.
Medium. Okay.
Yeah.
Medium. Cool.
Yeah. And then also even if it does do damage, if you're further away from where they land, this helps the effectiveness of the much maligned splash dispersion specials, which the Ronins are filled with, based on the technology that they gave us. So.
Yeah, Lego's saying this is the guaranteed damage from this target.
Yeah.
Likely true.
Yep. So let's move on. All right. Ice fields that it appeared that some of them just showed up pre-existing on the map, like you see with the FM targets, and the other ones are caused by the death of the cyber prototype hunter. And I'm still wondering, pirates could make use of these fields to make sharper turns as it increases their turn speed. So
it says it increases your turn speed, or it just means that your turns will be tighter because you're not moving as fast.
Because you're not
One
moving.
of the two.
Yeah.
Well, it says it increases their turn speed, but yeah, it could just be relative to combat speed. Tactical resistance will be effective, so we do have a special that provides 40%.
It's in our special. Is it called? I wish they had actually said what the name of the stat was, because it's tactical field resistance. I wish they had said that.
Yeah.
Not because it's complicated enough as it is, where you need the exact thing. Slow resist won't help, but tactical field resistance will.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they had explicitly used the right verbiage.
Yeah.
Which is
tactical
field resistance, yes.
Yeah, and slow resistance will not be effective. So, all right, let's move on to the oil fields. They will speed up the ships which enter it, but hamper turn speed. Again, we don't know if this is just the ratio of combat speed to turn speed.
I think it does lower your turn speed based on how they've worked before. But
okay. The Draconians are not impacted, which I assume is the same with the ice field.
I don't know that that's 100% true. In the VXP targets, they didn't have the effect debuff bar appearing over them, but they did appear to change speed.
Okay. Huh. So maybe they get just the good parts. They can speed up in the oil fields, but
I saw some both speeding up and slowing down in the VXP targets.
Okay. All right. Again, tactical field resistance will be effective. And here's the additional notes that covers the entirety of the strategy guide. Make full use of the Ronin's built-in Horos CM shield to counter torpedoes from the prototype hunters. Keep your distance from the Nighthawks. Engage the proto-nemesis in close quarters. That's the one where I said to ride on top of them earlier. And make good use of your environment to outmaneuver the Draconians.
It seems to be fairly straightforward to me. It's that, other than the get close to the predators.
Okay. So, and Lego had a hard time turning in the oil. I'm not sure if that's that creates some sort of visual image for anybody, but
couldn't get any traction.
Yeah. So, alrighty. I think that's the end of I think now we're going to go on to Pillage.
Oh,
there we go. Pillage. I still use the old school one. The new one's boring.
What's the new one? I have not. I don't know if I've seen it.
The new one's so boring. It's been around.
Is it just the Forsaken Mission logo?
It just says Pillage and there's something. They've been using it for like 6-8 months. I've just been using this.
That's news to me, because
I like this because got all that gold there.
Yeah. And is that a city or a ship that's burning in the background?
It looks like oil refineries on the outsides, and then
yeah, but then skyscrapers in the middle.
It might be a ship superstructure. It does kind of look like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like the mouse. You screenshotted in the middle.
What?
There's a little white What cursor?
I think is that you, Mike?
I don't know.
Oh, probably. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't see it because my cursor turned off, so I wasn't seeing it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is Mike.
It's okay. I can't see anyway. Sorry.
It's all good. All right. Well, let's move on and talk about Pillage.
Let's do that.
All right. We have one new target, the Siege 143. It's a Gladius target. It is. I've hit in the first 45 minutes. I was able to hit 10. It's a fast target. It is instant repair in the dock. About 11 to 12 minutes of damage if you have X1 Gladius. And it probably takes somewhere around 2 minutes to hit.
Cool.
So this might be, I don't know, between time and damage, I might end up just hitting 143s and skip the 138s, but I haven't hit the 138s in a while, so I just remember them taking significantly more time than this
I just
one.
thought of the 138s. We've got 2 fleets, so.
Have we seen the 138 before? Is that the carryover? Okay.
Yeah, this is the carryover one.
Right.
Derpy, do you want to hit a 143?
Yeah, I can. Well, my fleet will be fixed in about 5 minutes. I autoed one, took 43 minutes damage, but I can do it in a few minutes. If Mike wants to go first, I don't mind.
Sure. It doesn't matter.
And I guess I could just show quickly what the 143 looks like. The 138, what that Everest target looks like as a reminder.
Yeah.
It's this one. I just thought of this thing. If you drive it, you go up around a loop, around the top, come back to the bottom, finish out.
I don't.
Yeah.
And that was a rough description. But to be honest, like I said, I just thought of them. I don't want to spend so much time driving it, and it's acceptable damage for me. I don't remember exactly what it is. I've hit a few of them at this point.
So that's the one I auto before I go to bed, and then do the 143s during the day.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of bang for your buck out of this one, auto or driving. Not a lot of benefit for your time either with this one.
Yeah.
It's not worth the bonus.
It is to me. I'll hit an equal number of 138s and 143s, but I might spend. What I'll probably do is spend all my time repairing 138s and instant repair the 143s when I drive them.
That's kind of what the point I was trying to make. So like hit 10 of them or so before you go to bed and let it repair overnight, and then work on the 143s during the day.
That's what I'll probably do. Hefe might do something different. He likes to drive these.
I don't know if this one's too long. The other one, I might auto this one, or like I said, I might just hit the 143s and just,
I might still drive this one to stack up as many as I can, so that if the 143 is instant in the base, if I can do that or get it close to that, it could get done faster.
Yeah, but I think you're going to get tons of points. There's not really much else to do. So,
All right.
It really depends on how much time you want to spend. If you tank out front, you should have instant repair on the map. And the one, I don't know. I
That's
did not
on the 143. The Gladius fleet, probably.
Yeah. I don't know. I must be hitting it wrong because I was getting like about 11 to 12 minutes of damage. So I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but yeah. All right.
We'll give it a try and see what happens.
Yeah. You want me to switch over?
Next slide.
No, not yet.
I'm sorry.
Franco's auto both the 143 and 138 with 2 Everest and got over 300K in an hour. So yeah.
Sounds about right to me.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and I think people were getting you said you got 43 minutes of damage autoing the 143?
Yeah, and I have all X1. I have 4 ships at X1.
Okay, because there you go. Yeah, because I saw somebody that was showing a screenshot and it was about 30 minutes. So maybe it's a little bit of luck involved. I don't know. Or you don't have any funky specialized build on that one, do you?
No, nothing. Okay. It's a standard one.
Okay.
And what prizes do we need? We need the Vengeful Ronin.
So just going to ask.
Maybe 2 of these, maybe 3 of these. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe if you upgrade kits for either of them.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. That's the next slide, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm just checking.
Okay.
No good. Not a lot of great.
How much is the Golden Eagle?
Oh,
there we go. 22.
Is that the same price?
No, it's half the price, but yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's it's
it
half
should be a tenth. It should be a tenth of the current price.
It should be free, damn it. That thing is like older than me.
No, not quite that old.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, it should not be that price. So are you in a repair?
In about another minute.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see. They don't have good upgrade tokens. I need stuff for my photons. And my Gladius isn't finished. I don't see those in here.
Ronin flag, built, equipped, ranked, and now being upgraded. Okay, there you go. Well, built and equipped. Good tokens. That's
mine will be built and equipped shortly.
Okay. Well, that was the good thing about this FM cycle, where we get the
extra week.
The extra week, basically, right?
Yeah, and I've got my 3 ships at U3 fully done.
Yeah, I got them at U2, but
and then this guy, we don't talk about him.
He's the ugly one.
He was dropping
4 at U2.
What?
I think I have 4 at U2.
Yeah, I have 4 at U2 as well.
And I think I'm working on one that's going to U3 here in a couple of days.
Well, you might want to
wait. I think
might want to get your flag. Might want to get your flag.
Yeah, that's kicking my butt. I might have to sacrifice that one U3 build that or U3 upgrade I started. I can't look right now.
I don't know if well, we can get into that.
Look right now to see where I'm at, but
okay. All right. And you're gonna hit the 143 derpy.
Yep. As soon as I can find one.
Oh, easy.
Somebody's Twitter account got blocked.
That's what happens when you say bad things, kids. You get your privileges taken away from you.
Yeah, I just had a little pop-up on my screen from my Windows notification.
Oh no.
Yep.
We can't have nice things.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's why I never logged into Twitter.
I don't use Twitter.
Nope, wrong one.
I know what I'm doing.
Dude, what are you doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's en route. My Gladius fleet is going, and I'm trying to find the other ones to auto with the Everest.
Okay.
Are you multitasking?
Yeah. Oh well.
All right.
Hold on.
Full screen.
I got nothing but
time. Yeah. You're just in time to see Derpy send his Gladius into a 182 FM target and just have it come back dead in a couple minutes. There we go.
Okay.
There you go.
So I'm going to pull the flag out ahead.
Yeah, I would have taken a little hinge to the right. That way you're using the mountains on the left. And, the closer you get.
I've only not done this in 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably go further to the right, avoid that one, get a minimum range. Then I go around the outside of this thing, put the flagship out.
Make sure you clip that little building. Make sure you clip that little building.
Yeah.
Back for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put the flagship out in front, higher evade so it gets hit by it gets hit first. Blast the silos. You're going to get less than 5,000 points for this because I killed the Silos.
Yeah, you're going to get 4,706 or 16, something like that.
Come in here. And finish up with this top guy. Which they're being difficult about, but...
There we go.
And if your flagship's taking more damage, you can always rotate ship 2 in for that last turret. But this should be about 3 minutes repair. And that was super quick.
Yeah.
It's not 3 minutes repair, but we'll...
Yeah, 3 minutes in the raid, but yeah. I don't have a... I just tank the first part, and then I just stack them because I don't know, unless you're going to be able to drive it. I know that James says I should be able to get it for instant repair on the map. I don't know until we actually see that.
Did that say 7 minutes? I'm sorry, I couldn't read it.
7 minutes, 43 seconds.
Okay. That's acceptable to me.
Yeah, and it's so fast. That's why I was saying earlier, do we even need to hit the, if you're planning to drive some of them, it's so fast. Boom, boom, boom. Why even deal with the Everest target? So, all right, unless you're going to hit anything.
That's for the crew.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the cruise downfall.
It was my first time driving.
No, I always forget the cruise.
Do you want to hit another one, or should we move on with the slides?
I wouldn't mind if you hit another one because I had a text message that I had to answer and I missed that.
Let me. I could.
It's your call. I'm just talking.
Yeah, I don't care.
Either way, I can
take your pick. Doesn't matter to me.
You can come back to me in a minute or so.
Okay. All right. We'll go back to the slides. We've seen the 143 just now. It's an easy target. It's a fast target. Yeah. The 138 is a slower target. It can be autoed. How much damage are you getting on those? About 43,
I thought you said, right?
I've got no idea.
Okay. Did you get 43 minutes on the auto?
I think
for the Gladius, yes. For the Everest, no idea.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got them mixed up.
Okay. Yeah, so it really depends on how you want to play this all out. Completing the set gives you an additional 10,000. So, like we were discussing earlier, maybe, auto the garrison target and then drive the siege target. And just to match them up, but or the opposite, who knows? But the siege target is so easy to drive and instant repair on the base, and we'll see if we can get instant repair in the on the map, which may with the speed of that target would make it pretty great. So let's move on. All right, the store, the Vengeful Ronin for 60K. So that is 3 sets. Until somebody, Franco, you mentioned that you've had 3 weeks. How much VXP is required for the Ronin? Do you need to get all 3 of the Vengeful Ronin VXP tokens, or do you just need to get 2? Sometimes you need 2, sometimes you need 3 because you like to be spicy. Well, but there's no reason to, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3. It's probably 3, but there's no reason to spend that 15K if you only need 2.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
15K would give you about 11,780 more than you needed.
Okay, 2 gets to about 72%. So yeah, you probably need to get all 3.
Yeah.
So probably 125,000.
I was thinking back to the last time they did that, and I'm thinking that you didn't quite have enough with 2, and you needed the 3 gave you a little more than you needed, but you at least got your 75%. So
Okay.
or
And
at
then we
least got
have
your skull.
okay.
So,
And we have the Vengeful Ronin upgrade kit. 5,000 each. You can claim 10. And then the limited torpedo, you can claim 10. If you're running 2 per ship, you only need to get 7 because of the gift they gave us of 3 of them. If you're close on points, but if you have an X1 Gladius, I don't think people are going to run into a points problem at that point. They also have some of the limited stuff, the splash shield, upgrade kits for the Everest. This might be a good time to get them if the points are easy for you, because sometimes they feel a little expensive, but one set will get you 20 of them. So any more? There's more stuff in the store, but this is sort of
I was hoping to see some of the stuff that we got a month and a half ago in Bounty. Would that have been the building armors? I was hoping to see those, but alas.
yeah, that would have made sense, especially since those are more desirable from the PvE people.
I don't have any of them, so. And I just hit my second 143, 5 minutes 1 second.
Nice.
Okay, you were supposed to tell us.
We can go for round 3.
So in round numbers, you need about 280,000, and that's about if you're only doing the one prize or the one target, you need about 55 of them.
Yeah. All right. Are you about to hit another one, Derpy?
Unless I did my math wrong.
Give me another minute. I gotta prepare and
Oh, good. Yeah, the 1 second. All right. Let's move on.
Okay, sorry.
All right. This is the Vengeful Ronin. There's 2 main changes with it. Number 1 is the defensive aura is more than tripled. It's gone from 4,000 to 12.8 thousand. So that's useful. And then it has, on top of that, it has we already have the wings that are on the normal ones, the CM shields with the 60%, 60-degree arcs on either side, left and right. And these appear on paper to be extremely powerful. The damage they provide. Well, one more click. All right. The built-in weapon firing arc matches the CM shield, 60 degrees. Damage can be buffed. Reload cannot. Okay, so that's important if it's correct. The 3.5 million damage that's put out by this is, I think, 8.4 times if you have the limited torpedo, 8 of the limited torpedoes on one ship. So this should just obliterate anything. I mean, it's and combined with the splash, and then it slows it down 40%. Maybe the 100% accuracy plays in here, that it's not going to hit every time. But it's
accuracy based, but
it's flat.
But yeah, that would make our torpedoes useless.
What?
No,
say one more time.
If the enemy's going to have really high evade, this wouldn't hit every time, but also our torpedoes would not either.
Yeah, but our torpedoes have we're firing so many of them.
That's fair.
And then we have a high reload on those ones. This one, the reload is stuck at 2.4. I think the base reload of the torpedoes is like 3.2, And then once you start adding in, you divide that by 4. We're close to 0.2, so we're probably going to have 10 of those at least. Have one of them fire 10 times before this one fires the second time. So evade may be an issue, and it just may be a crapshoot. I don't know. Do we see it in action? But on paper, it appears to be extremely powerful.
Yeah, so and it's also somewhat confusing. The stat block is, and I could complain about that a lot if I wanted to. I mean, it has a lot of damage, and it has a large firing angle, but the reload time's high. And my question is, does VXP affect the reload time? We don't know. Probably not. But then it can be lowered with the upgrades, which I'm sure we'll get into in a minute or two, which have their own set of issues of being unclear.
Yeah, well, they're fixing those.
And
go ahead.
If damage can be buffed, what type of damage? I mean, we assume it's concussive because it's a torpedo.
Yeah.
And it does increase your damage quite. It does look very, very strong.
Yeah.
And a 0.4 second reload is enough to shoot at one ship, drive away for 2 seconds, and shoot at another one. So
yeah, especially if it obliterates it.
And I can confirm that the Vengeful Ronin takes 125k VXP to rank up.
Okay. So you need to get all 3 tokens to get to full rank, as Franco was talking about earlier.
Makes sense. I probably wouldn't offer it.
All right, I'm going to hit another one.
They have. See, the thing is, they have offered it. Is the issue?
Oh, okay.
And people bought all.
It was like a couple back.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to hit
the Iron Sector 12, by the way, if anyone wants to come hit my base.
Okay. All right.
$143 derp.
Yep, 143.
Josh was asking.
I can't
see.
Okay.
2 hours and 24 minutes on the 138 on auto.
If you have the Kixeye fleet, that's about right. If you have your own, I'd get a new build.
Yeah.
I started more to the right on this one, so I avoided all the damage from this little guy with the mountains.
So you get the mountains to protect you.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I do remember this one.
Yeah, you're going to have to double back, Drippy, but it's all good.
Oh, well.
Shit happens.
It blends in. It's camouflage.
Yeah. I missed it the first time, and I was like, okay. It's like, what's the next one? And then I had to push S to, find it. Yeah, it was the Kixeye fleet. Yeah, and this will, I've done this, but I don't know, maybe I'll have to try it again, because I just didn't think we would get down to instant repair on the map, but we'll see.
I feel good about this one.
Okay.
That would be okay, but shoot, if you can even in the base, that's great.
Yeah, but on the water is much better.
It's better. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 hours, 56 minutes. No damage on the back four.
Screenshot. 2 minutes. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You're underselling yourself there. 2 hours. Yeah, 55 minutes.
Put in this one 10 times. And
yeah.
You only took damage on the first one. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching on YouTube, so it's like 10 seconds.
Okay. All right. So yeah, go that way. I wasn't sure they were going to be possible.
Right there.
There you go. So, Yeah.
So I'll do as many of them as I feel like, which is probably about 10, and call it a day.
Sea serpents? Is that what you're running?
Yeah, I have a sea serpents.
Okay,
which
just
helps a
curious.
bit.
Yeah.
And steelheads would be my second choice. And you don't need one. If I get 3 minutes with it, 3.5 without, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so fast.
So I'm going to auto the 138s before bed and let it repair overnight and just stack them up a little bit.
You might be done in one day.
I want to be. Pillage is kind of my favorite event, but I still get tired of doing it.
I'm just gonna go through a few more. You can feel free to watch or not. It doesn't matter to me.
Enjoy, dude.
Let's see.
Is that a partially done one?
Apparently, yeah.
Shit, kill it.
That's not a lot of points.
Bonus, maybe.
That's true.
Wow.
They got the little building in the corner though, so yeah. Because without any extra stuff, I just need the flag, the upgrade, a few of the upgrade kits for it, and the VXP tokens.
Torpedoes?
Which,
You need the torps?
oh, probably
Yeah.
that'll be the biggest cost.
I did a quick math and it was like 280 grand for all the stuff, all the necessities, which isn't horrible.
Yeah, seems about right. I'll bet you number one. Let's check how many they have.
I mean, you get more. I mean,
Pillage leader has 1.6 million.
nice. Keeps the game running.
Oh yeah.
Blitz the shit out of it. I shouldn't admit it, but I looked at the stupid thing and I thought it started in 3 hours for some reason. So I didn't do it before the show started.
Okay, targeting this building.
Nice.
I'm tempted to throw on a fearless blitzers to get through this in a shorter time.
I kind of like this target. I mean,
yeah, it's just you gotta be careful with the silos.
Yes, you do.
But not as much because there's no super large ones, but
yeah, my recall is this was one I had pretty good luck with and more or less enjoyed it. I do it a little different, I think, than you do. You go into that where you're going now and then come back around and go to the left.
Yeah,
I think I just went right up into the.
Yeah, I can avoid 1 or 2 volleys from this guy.
See, I think I just went right straight up from there. So I have to try it your way. What the hell? Oh, actually.
Well, and after about 5 times, it will get boring. But such is life.
Such as Battle Pirates, dude.
I don't know. Is that what your wife said?
My wife?
I don't think Durfee's married.
No, she's been bored with me for a long time.
It's not an even number.
We don't need to talk about it.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm still playing. So I'm still playing games.
I sent Derpy chords the mega campaign using my Ronis flag too. Okay. So I'm not sure how that's
I'm not understanding all that.
No, I'm not either. But
okay.
I'm going to post the link in case anybody wants to join the show or the after show. Is there much else? Did we miss anything?
Was that the last slide?
Well,
I
there's
bet you I
one more.
can't see anything.
There's one more, and this is just the nonsense that is in the game.
Holy shit.
This is the upgrade for the Ronin flagship, which is
This is why we can't have anything nice. Why are there 12 different upgrades, and what is that? U3 range plus 47 minus 50. What the hell are you talking about?
so it's
Same
negative.
as U2 plus 47 minus 50.
Minus 50.
Or is it supposed to be 47 350? You don't know.
What does that mean?
And they're not going to tell you. If you want reload time, it doesn't say it only applies to the built-in weapon, but it only applies to the built-in weapon.
You know what I want to know? How important is it to upgrade the doggone Everest?
I'm still sitting at about U.
I'm at U0.
Not very upgraded.
I'm at U0.
You missed here. Oh, okay. As we talked about before, I don't know why you're sitting at U0, because this is not the opportunity this raid, but every second raid, you should be upgrading them, because you're using the ships that you can't upgrade. So that's the time to upgrade your Everest during the raid.
That makes sense.
During the second raid, because otherwise you're not doing anything in your shipyard, are you?
No, I haven't had any downtime in my shipyard at all.
What are you doing during the second raid? Second raid of the cycle.
I don't know. I do know. Number one, I do know that I don't have downtime on my main shipyard. What I don't know is my recall of what I'm actually doing in there. But I'm doing something, I guarantee you.
I'm not sure it's useful.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. I might be making a big mistake.
Yeah, but that's the time. That's the easiest time in order to upgrade them.
So is that why I always buy the U3? Never mind.
No, because that's unrelated. But
it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been trying to think of if the Everest is more or less for the FM targets, and if
Pillage, yeah.
Yeah, and Pillage. I haven't seen a real urgent need to upgrade them yet. That's why I asked.
Well, when they get released the 164, it might get harder.
Then it's going to be a problem, maybe, right?
Well, and also recall that they are releasing new mortars in the raid for it.
I know there's a reason. I just didn't. It just doesn't.
With the current targets, there's no pressing reason for me right now.
Okay, thank you.
But you might as well take care of take
I need to prioritize
the opportunity when it's there.
I need to prioritize that. Okay.
Because otherwise, Derpy, do you have a guess, or Crypto? Do you have a guess what you would be doing at that point in time?
Hey, you're an older PvE hull, Gladius, whatever else.
I mean, am I the only one? The people in the YouTube there. I mean, it's like my shipyard is never down.
Mine are still about. My Everest are still U1 or U2. Some might even be at U0.
Mine are
during the raid itself.
Yeah.
I probably have some free time. I should have spent upgrading an Everest to U1.
I'll have to look at that. I'll have to give it a real hard look, because I must have been doing something that I shouldn't be doing or didn't need to be doing.
Josh, are you saying this based on the stats, or do you have it built and are out hitting targets with it?
He has a built and was using it. I couldn't view anything in the battle because it's a sub, and you can't see other people's subs in battle.
Okay. So, yeah. So, okay. Yeah, and it may be different with the actual targets that we run against. So it's hard to say. Yeah, that's the last slide.
I hit that by mistake. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. That's what we wanted to explain, that it was a little bit of chaos going on in your shipyard, and this is not what you should expect. This is, it's projectile speed of plus 20, forget the reload time, forget the range, forget the accuracy, forget the reload time the second time, forget the range, forget the accuracy plus 300, and then the U2 is concussive reload plus 50%. Forget U3, concussive survival, explosive survival, torpedo critical chance plus 35. The rest of it's trash. So yeah. Okay. What do you see? 2 shots from the built-in weapon and the ship is killed.
In the TLC for the older stuff.
Yeah. And I thought in the older stuff it would be 1 shot, but I guess not. So, yeah, because the damage gets incredible if the damage related specials and what's built into the Ronin hull, which is, what is it, like 1900 concussive damage boost. That's huge. So you take 3.5 million, and then you add
I'm not sure that that's actually.
Well, let's go back to slide.
I'm not sure that's actually applying, because the attack bonus, you do have plus nearly 2,000 concussive damage, but it still says on my flagship Ronin total damage is 8.5 million, and that's at U0. My ones that are regular and built up to U3, they also say 8.5 million with the same number. So I guess the special weapon just isn't being counted in there.
I guess so. Yeah, if you can go 1 step back, Mike.
I'll try.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Built-in weapon firing damage can be buffed. Reload cannot. So, I mean, you start off at 470 on both the ships, but as the way at least mine's built, it's like 19. It's like
1964.
Yeah. So you take that 3.5 million. It seems like it should,
times 1 plus. Let's see what that multiplier. 1 plus 19. 64. Was it 6446? That's 72 million damage.
That's what I'm saying. It should create a hole in the ocean with the amount of damage it's doing.
72 million damage per shot is worth. That's. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's worth 2 volleys of torpedoes from all 5 ships.
From all 5 ships. That's and you're So all 5 ships. It is only on the flag, but
the flagship does more than all your regular torpedoes times 2.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm surprised by what Josh said, that it took him 2 shots to kill her, because it seems
How
like
many shots does it take him without the flagship?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's flagged to U3, so that increases, but the reload doesn't change. Let's go 1 step forward again. So we're getting projectile speed at U1. U2, we're getting concussive reload, which should not matter. And we are getting survival, a critical chance. I'm wondering if the critical chance probably doesn't count.
It probably does.
I don't know. I mean, but yeah, I don't know. But it seems uber powerful on paper. So
it seems insane.
Yeah,
but they'll fix it. If it is.
Or tune everything around this, so if you don't have the flag, you're screwed.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we still have X1 upgrades, baby.
Yep. Yep. So I'm thinking more and more it's going to be arc extenders.
Eh,
especially
I'm
with
not,
this
I'm
one.
not too sure about it, but it. I'll give you 40% odds that it's arc extenders.
Okay. Speaking of, I mean, 40% odds. What are the odds we have a different president by the Friday show?
10%.
Okay, 10%. Okay. I'm curious to see what the bookmakers in the UK are doing on that, but I don't know. But all right. Is there anything else we should cover here at this point, or have we run out of topics to discuss related to? I mean, the Ronin builds are. I mean, you build this basically the way you build the rest of them. There's not really a big difference with it. One slide back, Mike. There's no real reason to build this any different than the other ships, as far as we know. And we've talked about those. Those are pretty cookie cutter. What you have been given is the new tech, plus the Liberty Belt should be your specials. The armors could be up for debate. Do you use one or two cormorants? How many cormorants do you use across the fleet is the other one as far as tuning. The rest of it seems to be basically tuning. I don't know. Okay, without the flag, it's about 4 full hits from a regular Ronin. But 4 full hits from the regular Ronin, that doesn't make the math doesn't work out either. So because
that would tell you 4 whole foot. That's 8 million times 16, which means it has 128 million health. This thing we just calculated does 72 million damage, so that works out to actually be fairly consistent.
Well, the issue I have is the fact that it wouldn't get 4 full hits unless the ships aren't ranked. Between the reload bonuses, between rank and specials.
Okay, what I think Josh is saying is the enemy ship dies in the target he's hitting. It dies in 2 hits from the built-in weapon on the flagship. Alternatively, it dies in 4 hits from 4 torpedo volleys from 4 ships.
Okay. So he's sending it out by himself to do a little extra.
Or shift in the corner or something.
Okay.
Yeah, and those numbers check out as plausible.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was assuming he was driving them all together.
And for reference, the Mutineer has about 4 million damage plus the black spot of another 4 million. So Mutineers are actually comparable in damage to just the Ronins and the torpedoes on there.
Yeah, it appears.
I'll bet you this damage is actually not affected. I don't know. We'll see.
Not affected by the damage special. I would agree with
that. If I was designing it, it would be better tuned if it was closer to that.
Yeah, because one more click. But I copied one more click, Mike. This is why I copied it. I didn't. I just took a screenshot of what they wrote and didn't, create my own text box about it because I doubted it once I looked at it.
It seems too good to be true.
Yeah.
So it probably is.
Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll see you all on Friday when who knows what we know at that point. Things could be quite different.
Yes, they could be.
But I think we've given plenty of information as far as what to do in Pillage, and this Pillage seems to be pretty easy for people that are X1. and less grindy. I don't even know if I would bother, autoing the 142s or 143s or whatever they're called. Just because they're so fast to do, and it's just boom, boom, boom. I would just drive those, just to get them done, especially if, use the tanking method that Derpy showed on the show, where you can do instant repair in the water. The amount of points you can get is incredible.
They can rank up really, or stack up really quick.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're not getting the full 5,000. You're getting like 4,706 or 16, something like that. But if you're only doing it, spending a minute or two on each one, those numbers add up really quickly. And then at the end of the night, just sacrifice your Everest to the wolves and go from there. So
Sweet.
Yep, we'll see you all on Friday, and take care, everybody. Okay, nobody wants to say goodnight as well?
Good night, all.
Good night. See you
Later, people.
Ians.